This is literally the most underrated SEO signal. Loads of Google Search Console impressions, but little amount of clicks, and a position that is not great, but is not bad neither. That combination basically means that Google is giving you chances, but you're not converting them into traffic. You're not there yet. But you can, because it's giving you a lot of impressions already. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to find those low-hanging fruit opportunities inside Google Search Console, and the big one, what to change to turn those impressions into actual clicks. So, let's get to it. So first, make sure you have Google Search Console set up and you click on your last 28 days and make sure clicks, impressions and average position are also clicked. Then scroll down into queries and it's quite hidden here, but there it is, the filter. Now, impressions greater than 500. It might depend a little bit on your niche, but 500 is a good start. So this means Google is noticing your page and is getting some impressions. So you click that. And then in average position, we need to put greater than 8. And we actually want to then filter or sort here for 8. Okay? Because really we just care about the positions 8 to 20, but Google Search Console doesn't let you add a between rule. We'll add that next. But right here, if you sort, you'll see the ones from 8 onwards, and the ones that have high impressions are the ones that are especially relevant. And if they have a low amount of clicks, those might be your low-hanging fruit. Now, if you're an SEO pro, you know you never work inside Google Search Console because it's quite limiting. If you're an ultra SEO pro, you'll know that you do not export here because there's 2 limitations. The first one is because when you export, it will actually only export 1,000 keywords, no more than that. So if you have more than 1,000, you can see like I probably do, it's just not going to show them. And the main one and the deal breaker is because we actually only see the keywords separated here and the pages separated here. But we actually want to see both together. We want to see the keywords and the pages that keyword is ranking for, as well as all the data. But don't worry, because to get this is actually free. All you have to do is go to extensions, and it's this extension here called Search for Google Sheets. I have a full video on how to set it up and some amazing tricks here. So it's in the card right here and in the description. Just check it out once this video is finished. But essentially, you just open it, launch in the sidebar, Google Search Console request, select your project right here, put last 28 days, it's already there. And the big one here is you need to group by query. That's what's going to let you do query and page together. And then you just export. And you can see the limit here now is 25,000. And if you want to pay, it could be actually no limit at all. But 25,000 is probably okay. And now we can do that same filter. We can do over greater than 500. And you can see that here it does let you do in between. It's between 8 and 20. Another limiting Google Search Console thing that we just bypass. So that's 3 things. So everything right here is the absolute SEO opportunities that we can try to rank for better. But there's 2 different types of opportunities and you have to do 2 different things, which is in the next chapter. So the first thing I recommend you to do is to sort by impressions. So set to A, so you see the ones with the most impressions. Those are literally Google telling you, there's a lot of impressions, you're almost there, average position 9, and a few clicks, but you can do something to be even better. Now, these are the 2 different keywords you need to look for. Well, actually 3. The first one you need to ignore. So let me tell you which one. If the keyword matches what the URL is targeting, you need to ignore it. What it basically means is, yes, here's the keyword, here's the page you created, so you targeted it, you did it correctly, assuming the content you wrote here is all correct and so on. So you can see here is optimized for that, it targets it, all good to go. So basically, there's nothing much you can do at this moment right now. It's just basically Google telling you, yes, you're sort of ranking, but not ranking great. That's it. Now, the 2 you care about and that you can do something about. The first one is the one that you do have a page that targets that topic. 10 signs death is near dementia and signs death is near dementia. So you sort of created a page for it, but it doesn't completely match the keyword the same way it matches here. So what you can go and do is go and see if you've actually mentioned this keyword inside your article. So you can see right here, it would do Control F, exactly the word 10 here. We did mention it several times. And most importantly, the first H2 here is exactly the keyword. It contains the keyword and it gives the help. So in this case, there's not much we can do here, or we can add the keyword. So it might be the case where you did talk about it, but you didn't specifically talk about this keyword right here, exactly naming 10 signs in this case. So that's why you're not ranking well. And the last thing to do is when the keyword doesn't really match what the page is about. You can see, does melatonin cause dementia? And the page that is ranking for it at the moment is sleep aids that do not cause dementia. They are related for sure, but we're not really talking about melatonin specifically. And this is, does it cause? And here is things that do not cause. If we look at the data, we are getting quite a lot of impressions, and we're probably around position 10. And that makes us get 3 clicks only. So this might be something to look at. But now in this case, you have to do it differently. You need to go to the tool Ahrefs, and then you need to search the keyword that you are ranking in Google Search Console. So you'll see the results here. And then you need to compare the results with the keyword that you're targeting in your page. You go to apply, and there they are. Now we see the results for one keyword and the results for another keyword right here. As you can see, that's great. We are succeeding. We are position number 2 for the keyword that we were targeting. But can you see that we do not exist for the does melatonin cause dementia? But this is the key trick. You need to do Control F, and you need to search a word that makes that keyword mean what it means. In this case, I think it will be the word melatonin. So we put melatonin, and then we scroll down, and then you can see exactly that. All the competitors that are ranking for melatonin are directly targeting the keyword. Melatonin, does it cause, does it not cause, all stuff related to melatonin. So what that's telling us is that Google requires a unique page related to does melatonin cause dementia, and we don't have it. That's why it's picking the second best thing and not ranking as great. You can see the data here, and you can see the data here that we do not rank. So knowing this, we solved a very important thing. We actually shouldn't go to our page here and just talk about melatonin and does melatonin cause dementia. We should not do that. We should actually create a unique page that targets that keyword. If these results were different, there was a lot of overlapping. You could see that competitors did not target directly melatonin. And let's say maybe we were ranking here position 2 and here position 5. And maybe we didn't mention melatonin too much in here, then the signals would tell us, yes, you actually need to go and mention melatonin, does it cause dementia, and so on, in that page that you already have created. That logic I just explained is literally the make or break of an SEO strategy, and doing that is what I think makes my client get results. And I actually have a full video explaining that in depth with many more examples that you might run into and you won't know what to do. So make sure you check that video next. And now it's your turn. Let's go.